Hey everybody, welcome to the Chris Gunther Show. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. Two things, like and share this video. Guess what? We're now over 100, so from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for all your support. It's crazy. I got 100 interviews taped. Couldn't have done it without you guys. Appreciate you. On today's show, man, it's crazy because I grew up with him. You know, he was much older, not much older, but, you know, a few years older than me. But ladies and gentlemen, big bro, Camm Brantley. What's up with you, bro?
What's going on, bro? How you feeling?
Good, man. Appreciate
good.
you for just taking this time up with me, man.
Oh, no, I appreciate it. You know, anytime, I can help out, with anybody, that I grew up with, it's always a pleasure.
Yeah, man. It's crazy because, most people probably wouldn't know, but, we did grow up together right at Calvary.
Exactly. Growing up, hooping,
Yeah.
football, whatever sport,
Man, one of the things I loved about just our background in general, us growing up together, is all of the families were pretty much close.
Exactly.
Our church was so big, man, especially, with your dad being one of the key guys,
Right,
and Bishop Brady, and of course Bishop Wagner. Man, it's just crazy now that we're adults, man.
It's like we got to take it to the next level, man. We got to take what we learn and, apply it to, our life, and like I said, take it to the next level.
Yeah, man. So take me back. Like, what made you pretty much decide to start your own business up?
Well, I started, I've been doing graphics for a little over 10 years now.
Yeah.
So it started out when I was in high school, and I started learning airbrushing, and then went into silk screening, which, printing on t-shirts.
Yeah.
And then after that, it went to computer graphics.
Yeah.
So once I started getting computer graphics, I kind of, took that path and, went and got my degree and everything like that. Graduated in 2011 with my degree in visual communications,
Yes.
which is graphic design, web design, even 3D animation, So, but I took it, I run with it. Right after I graduated is when I started my business, CWB Graphics.
Yeah, CWB. That's a really clever name, especially because it's your
Initials.
initial CWB, yeah.
Right. So I started CWB Graphics, and it was going well. I was still learning, the ins and outs, as far as what color schemes go with, what image, filters, gradients, things like that. And just recently, last year, I actually rebranded my image, my company. So instead of it being CWB Graphics, it's now Eiffel Designs.
Now, Eiffel, did you get that inspiration from the Eiffel Tower?
Well, it's a funny story because CWB Graphics slogan was an eye for design.
Yeah.
So when I thought of a new name for Eiffel Designs, it was actually going to be the word EYE.
Yes.
And then FULL design. So you have an eye full of designs.
Makes sense now.
Right. But I switched it to actual Eiffel, EIFFEL, because when you think of the Eiffel Tower,
Yeah.
you think of it being iconic. Everybody knows about the Eiffel Tower.
Yes.
So when it comes to Eiffel Designs, I want Eiffel Designs to be as iconic as the Eiffel Tower.
Yes.
So when you hear about Eiffel Designs, like, oh yeah, I know about that. They do these designs and they do those designs. But that's what I want it to be. That's how big I want it to be.
When you first started, what was it like for you? Because we all know in the beginning stages of doing anything, it's rough. You're taking a huge gamble because you don't know necessarily how it's gonna, turn out.
Right.
So when you first started, what was it like for you?
It was scary. I was nervous, especially because like I said before, when it comes to pricing, you want to make sure that you are actually getting a profit, a pretty good profit, so you can take care of your bills, and take care of what you gotta get done. So that was the most nervous part about it, was the pricing, because I felt like if I charged too much, I wouldn't get the traffic.
Correct.
If I charged too little, I wouldn't get the profit. So I started off charging like $30 a logo, and it was not beneficial for me.
Was it not beneficial because it was too much, or was it not beneficial because it was too little in terms of the pricing?
It was too little. I lowballed myself tremendously. So after reading an article, I was in Houston, Texas with my wife and daughter, now 2 daughters at the time.
Yes.
I read an article on, graphic designers and how much should be charged for a freelance graphic designer.
Yes.
So, the article was talking about, how he used to basically do what I did, lowball himself. But with my experience, I had about 9 years of experience in graphic design, and I felt like it was just time for a change. So I upped my prices, and when I upped my prices, and prayed about it, that's when traffic started to come. Even with those higher prices.
Even with those higher prices.
Even with the higher prices, people saw the quality in each design that I, posted via social media, sent out through emails, word of mouth.
Yes.
So, people saw the quality of it, and the traffic started flowing, and that's when I decided to go ahead and rebrand the company, Eiffel Designs.
A lot of times what happens is we go through a little bit of a dry spell before now all of a sudden it's a big season of rain and showering, blessings and everything like that. How did you stay motivated even in the difficult times?
In the difficult times, started, I would say, maybe a couple years before I actually got married. And that was due to the fact that I just needed steady income.
Yes.
So I had to, apply to jobs, just work, a 9 to 5 or something like that. And it was just like, this is not what I want. It's not my passion.
Yeah.
I'm working at banks. I'm working, at a grocery store, wherever, I'm working there, but it's not fulfilling, my purpose.
It's kind of like I'm here just to, get a check. I'm here just to pass time, but I'm wasting my time here because it's not fulfilling my purpose.
Exactly. Yep. That's exactly what it is. So what drew the line was right when I did get married. I was working at VXI at the time, and just another get by check.
Yes.
And after VXI, I actually went back to school because I still wanted some steady income, but at a higher wage. So I went back to school and became a phlebotomist. So started drawing blood.
Yes.
And then in drawing blood, I realized, people were asking about, designs. There were clients or patients, that were talking about, businesses and their businesses and how they got started, but they kind of fell off because they're, in the hospital.
Yes.
So that's how I really actually got back going in designs. And then I was able to, like I said, find that article, stumble upon that article, and actually go ahead and up my wages.
Yes.
And like I said, after prayer, God helping me, traffic came through with those higher wages, and now I'm able to, set my calendar, and this, I'm booked.
What is it like for you when people want to basically reach out to you for a logo that some people will look at it as something so simple, but in reality, a logo can go a long way because look at the Nike logo, look at the Jordan one, look at Under Armour, heck, look at this beautiful painting behind us. You know, this is obviously it's Erykah Badu, but look at it. Somebody had to design the love, the souls, and the beauty, and the green eyes, the afro. So what is it like for you, man, when you actually get a chance just to even make a logo for somebody?
Oh, it's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure because I'm very creative. I know that about myself.
I wish I was. I got kicked out of art.
You got kicked out of art?
I got kicked out of art so many times. The teacher said, dude, just play basketball. I'll just give you a passing grade.
Man, it's, we have our strengths and our weaknesses. Fortunately, creativity, being creative is one of my strengths.
Yeah.
I'm very detail oriented. So that's another thing that plays into being creative, because you have to have that eye. You have to have that knowledge of what you're looking for is going to go perfect with what this client needs.
Absolutely.
So, but it's a pleasure, because I always love to just, turn on those creative juices and just get it flowing. Get my ideas flowing, get my mind flowing, especially when the client gives me creative reign, which is when they know what they want, but there's no color scheme, no specific images, nothing. It's just creative reign.
It's creative reign. And what I think I love is when you mention when the client gives me creative reign, I can do what I want with it.
Right.
Because one of the best graphic designers, in my opinion, my good friend Michael, who, by the way, if you guys see the logo on the Chris Gunther show, Michael Rushton is the one who created it for me. And what Michael would do is she would send me all of these designs, and it was so hard to pick which one. Do you do that as well? You send them so much and basically say, which one do you want? And they respond to you by saying, man, this is so good, I can't pick it.
I used to do that. What I do now is I go ahead and create one design.
Yes.
And I send them a proof. And, we communicate back and forth, if there are any changes or adjustments that they need to be made. If they want something totally different, then I'll go ahead, and redo that, but I normally send out just one proof. And then if they love it, normally they do, and make any adjustments on it, then we go from there. So that way it's not hard for them to choose.
Yes.
Because I did go through that, and, I did experience, hey, oh man, I don't know which one to choose.
Because it's like the quality of it is so good. It's like, man, like it's really hard to pick just one.
Exactly. So I thought, it would help my clients out more if I just went ahead and did one, and then we build off of that one, so that they see it, they love it, that's it.
Yes.
So it's just simple, straight to the point. So that's what I've learned, and that's what I've applied to my business now.
So with the business that you run, if somebody wanted to, possibly partner up with you, what does that take for them to do that for you? Because we all know just because somebody wants to collaborate with you, a lot of times it's not even a good collaboration.
Right. For somebody to, partner up with me or partner up with Eiffel Designs, it would take just, personality and drive. Yeah. To get what needs to be done, because there are people that, say, hey, let's collab, let's do this, let's do that, and then you reach out to them and they either don't respond. Yeah. Or, they're slow, they lagging.
That's one of the reasons why I wanted to ask you that, because a lot of times, even in business, if you need something done by a certain time or you have a projected date and you're looking to collab with somebody, you done your part, but now they're dragging their feet.
Right. It's like a class project.
Oh, I hated those.
Class project. You always had that one person that, just didn't do any of their work.
Yeah, so you had to drag them along. Kind of like in sports, we always talk about how great LeBron was and, and still is, and Kobe and Jordan, but sometimes their teammates weren't that good, so you would just drag them along.
Exactly. You got to pick up the slack.
Pretty much that's what it comes down to, man. Right. But how do you even stay focused, even while you have to, quote unquote, pick up the slack?
I look at the bigger picture, the end result. What the collaboration could come out to be, or will come out to be, and that's what keeps me going, because at the end of the day, the end result is bigger than just my personal feelings. It's bigger than that person's personal feelings, or lack of motivation, or whatever it is. It's bigger than that, because at the end of the day, we're going to be creating something that is beneficial to everyone around. Yes. So that's how I deal with it.
So you also have a website too, correct?
I do have a website. It is being revamped right now, but I also do, construct websites, as well. Last one I created was an online store. I'm in the middle of creating a few more right now for different clients. But mine is actually in the middle of being revamped right now. But I do have a Facebook page, Eiffel Designs Facebook page. It's EIFFEL space Designs, DESIGNS.
Well, I appreciate you for taking this time, Owen. If somebody wanted to get in touch with you about a graphic design or want to collaborate with you on the business side, how can they do that?
They can go to the Facebook page. They can contact me. My phone number, 440-622-0951. They can also email me at eiffeldesignsllc@gmail.com.
Nothing else needs to be asked. Big bro, appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it, brother.
No problem at all. Be sure to like and share this video. Check them out, ladies and gentlemen. Camm Brantley, Eiffel Designs. You will not be disappointed. Don't forget, like and share this video. The Chris Gunther Show. I'll see you next time.